Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, June 15th. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and all the fathers watching this video. Um, Wanted to put this video out a little bit early, heading out in about an hour to another daughter's travel softball game. They're in a tournament this weekend, and hopefully they can win it. We can win it all. All right, let's get into the tradable levels, how they reacted on Thursday and Friday, which hopefully you guys can see right off the bat that they did extremely well. Trading this week in general has just been fantastic off of my signals. So we'll go over the new bands, the new tradable levels for the upcoming week, and some of the results of my trades late last week, right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start off with the NQ. So the NQ, I left you off, I put out my video late Wednesday, which was the 11th. So I had given you guys a price action was somewhere around here. Gave you guys a tradable level at 21,986, and we unfortunately didn't tap into it. Came about a few points away from obviously a pretty dramatic reversal off of this area. I also had a super signal very close to this area, I believe on the ES. Same thing, we missed it by a point or two, and it would have been an absolute fantastic reversal there. Then we started getting the news with the airstrikes, and the market took a huge drop, ran right through this tradable level at 21,680. I believe. Let's see where my trade was at. Yeah. So even with that movement down, I was able to still take. Remember that this trade right here, we're on the 60-minute time frame. So if we bring this down to the 1 or 5 minutes, we still got some pretty good reaction right at this level. And this was a trade that I took on the 12th with an entry on the NQ right at the 21,682. Called this out on my signal service with a TP1 and a TP2. Absolute beautiful trade. Very little drawdown, if maybe about a point or two, which again is what I'm typically taking a look at on my trades. So even though it looks like this blew through this level, there was still a tradable level, obviously, at this point. And then the next, we finally got into this band that I had drawn out from the 21,554 down to the 21,469, which we obviously got a very good reaction to, and took a dramatic move to the upside right back into this band at the 21,864 down to the 21,802. So as you guys can obviously see, the tradable levels are that I map out and I give you guys on Sundays and Wednesdays. More than likely you're going to have a reaction at that point. The volume just does not lie. That's the key that I want hopefully everyone to understand. And again, at the end of the video, I'll kind of explain to you guys what you guys can do to start learning how to map out these levels and use the volume profile. So below where price action currently is at, we've got another tradable level at the 21,398. We've got another tradable level at the 21,195. And again, I know I've been talking about this band down here for several weeks, but this is an area of the market that is completely unbalanced and very high probability that we will come down into these levels to kind of balance out the market here. If you remember, this was during the tariffs news. We had a very, very sharp rise in the market, and we have not really come back down to revisit these levels. Tradable level sitting down here at 2908. 21,195 and the 21,398. As far as a new level for this upcoming trading week, let's see, let's put this one, it's going to be right below here. And this one's going to sit at 21,717. I got to make it dotted. There we go. Take this level out. 21,717 again. It's very close to where price action currently sits. It sits right above it. The one thing I want to tell you about these levels is that obviously on the Sunday open, that the market's open at 5 p.m. Central tonight, you might get a gap. You might get a gap to the upside, or you might get a gap to the downside. So just because we gap above this price action right here, let's say that we gap up to this area, we start moving up, this is still a valid trading level. It's just an area that market, it's going to want to kind of come back and rebalance. Same thing to the downside. If we move to the downside, I guess I can move this, take that level out. If it comes down to the downside, obviously, once it comes right back up, this is an area where we will most likely see a reaction in the market. And we've got another one below us, not by much. Let's see here. The next one's at 21,330. So right down here, we've got another tradable level that I want you guys to put on your charts. A lot of volume right here, and we more than likely will see a reaction here. And I'm going to adjust this band to fit price action. 21,970 down to 21,899. There you go. So this is where our new weekly band will sit. We come right back up into here. We should see a reaction here to the market. Above here, we've got price action, another band that sits from the 22,162 up into the 22,232. We got close there, I believe, it's Monday. We shot up to the upside. I really thought we were going to tap into this one here. But didn't have the legs to get up there. So keep an eye on that one. Let's take a look at the ES. I mean, the ES, the tradable levels here, I mean, you can't get much more boxed in on the tradable levels than I gave you guys here on Wednesday. So again, we were somewhere down here when I came out with the video Wednesday night. Price action came right up into this tradable level at the 60.43. And where did we have the reaction to the downside? Right at the 60.43 for a huge move to the downside, which was the tradable level that buoyed us and caused the reversal back to the upside. Tradable level I gave you at the 59.36, all given on Wednesday. So both of these just perfect tradable levels that you can trade from. And again, strictly from the way that I map out my levels and how I incorporate the volume profile is how I come up with these levels. There's no other secret sauce to it. It is as simple as that. As far as new tradable levels, I'm going to remove this one. Actually, I didn't need to remove it. I could have just changed the price on it, but it's okay. Okay, 60.47 now is your new tradable level here for this upcoming week. Below price action, we've got another level here at 58.64. We've got this band at the 58.44 down to the 58.06. Map this out on your chart. Put the level at 58.64 and the level of 58.26, and your eyes will not be playing tricks on you. You will see a reaction here. Now, obviously, we might get some big headlines news, world news that causes huge moves in the market. Guys, in situations like that, even though I had this tradable level on the NQ that worked out really nicely, you could get some huge moves that blow past huge levels of resistance or support. So, or it might just blow through volume, depending on the time of day and stuff like that. So just obviously keep in mind on that. But these are levels that you definitely want to have charted out on your whatever platform that you're using, and just take a look and see how price action reacts to them. I think you guys will be all pretty surprised. And then I think we already talked about first trade from Thursday. Again, it was a long on the NQ at the 21,682. This was a regular signal. These are sniper entries. I'm looking for where the line, I get down to the tick and I map out my take profit 1 and take profit 2, all strictly based on volume. So not only am I looking for volume for my entry, I am looking for where my take profit 1 and take profit 2 is, which is why I have such a high win hit on both TP1 and TP2. And I also use volume for stop loss, because you can use it in the reverse to, where you think that it's going to have a hard time chewing up volume before it goes to TP1 and TP2, and that's where I like to draw my stop loss. It's not necessarily risk to reward all of the time. That's not my biggest, it's definitely not my number one entry rule on these signals. I'm looking for the best entry that I can get with very little drawdown that's going to be able to hit my take profit 1 and my take profit 2 before it hits my stop loss. So that's extremely important to know. We also had, this was the first trade. This was the super signal that we hit. Again, this was a trade on the NQ. Took a long at the 21,775. Tapped down into my entry. Now, remember, I introduced the super signals early last week. I think we've taken maybe 5 or 6 trades. I think 4 have been winners, and I've had 2 losers. One loser last week that we were 90% into profit, and then the market took pretty strong whipsaw to the downside, hit the stop loss, and then went right back into my TP. So, but either way, where I post the winners and the losers. This one, and again, since these are super signals, they're going to have a little bit more drawdown to them, just because these are much bigger plays. This one, I believe, was about 40. I don't know, I should have that down. Let's bring the calculator up here. 21,775, 50 minus 21,817. So that was 41 and a half points of profit on this super signal trade. Last week was just fantastic. I think it was over a 90% win rate on the signals and the super signals. Very well into the green last week. So, and that's what I'm hoping to kind of continue here for this upcoming week. I think I see some pretty good trading opportunities, and there should be some exciting price action here coming up. I know there's definitely going to probably be some volatility with everything that's kind of been going on, so we'll take a look at that. And as I stated in the beginning of the video, if you're looking to trade how I kind of have been posting these weekly levels, if you guys are on my Discord, if you're not, there's a link in the description below. It's free. I post all my levels each and every morning on the 5 and the 15 minute. And then there is a video in the description below that will detail exactly how I come up with these levels each and every day. And then there's a secondary video that is titled Supercharging Your Levels. And that's how I incorporate the volume profile into my trades. And that really shows you all the clues that you really need to know of the market. And if you want to take it one step further, I do run a signal service that includes the entry, take profit 1, take profit 2 in most cases, the stop loss for trades that are usually 2 to 4 hours before the entry hits. Some of them are a little shorter, or some of them are posted a little bit closer to the entry. Those are very rare instances. You'll still usually get 10 or 15 minutes, but I would say on average it's 2 to 4 hours before the trade materializes. Sometimes when price action moves pretty quickly in one direction, that level might not get traded into that day, the next day, but they're still valid signals, and we trade them each and every day. So the link for the signals is also in the description below. But again, you can learn this stuff just with watching the videos that I have posted. But if you're looking for extra confirmation, the Discord, my Discord has got a lot of valuable tools, including the levels each and every morning that I map out on the ES and the NQ. So my solid blue lines is a 15-minute level. My dotted lines is a 5-minute level. This is on the daily levels that I post each and every morning for the ES and the NQ. So I highly encourage anybody that's wanting to learn this system, join the Discord, and you should learn a lot from there. So again, happy Father's Day. Wishing everybody the best of the rest of the weekend here, and looking forward to some good trading this week. See you guys on Wednesday. Take care.